Welcome to Maple Grove High School for Northwest Suburban Conference Wrestling. It's a rivalry matchup here, the third match of a tri-meet here tonight at Maple Grove. It's Osseo and Maple Grove set to go head-to-head after each team was defeated by a very good St. Cloud team here earlier on in this gym this evening. Hi, I'm Jay Wilcox along with John Lauritsen. And John, this has been a pretty good rivalry through the years after Maple Grove opened up. They lead the series 10-8 overall, and obviously these kids know each other pretty well, and both, kind of in that same spot where they've got some pretty good pieces in their lineup, and then some spots where they're pretty young. So should be entertaining, and we'll get a chance to see some old friends and old rivals go head-to-head here a little bit.
Yeah, even we've watched teams over the season. Maybe they aren't necessarily a threat to win their section or anything, but there's clusters of good wrestlers in certain spots where they, you can tell they kind of practice together, because it'll be 2 or 3 weights in a row. You'll see above average wrestling to very good wrestling. So each of these teams has that, and their rivals on top of it, so it should make for a good dual meet tonight.
It's always interesting, too, because they know each other so well. So in terms of strategy, when coaches are looking at lineup and stuff like that, a lot of times you know your own guy real well. You may or may not know very much about, a young guy that might be stuck in the lineup. Well, in this case, I think they kind of do. And so that makes it for a little bit more interesting in that regard, too, that the teams, kind of have an idea what might happen if we slot this guy in there and that kind of thing, too.
And absolutely, and both of them have already wrestled tonight, too. So you got to think they're kind of warmed up and ready to go and eager to take on the crosstown rival, so to speak.
So look at the co-head coaches for Osseo, Scott Lewison and Tony Castro. And I confess earlier this year when we did them against Park Center, I didn't realize that Scott Lewison had been promoted to co-head coach with Tony. So interesting dynamic. Obviously, Scott's been around the program for a long time as well, and they were joking about it. It's just more paperwork and all that.
I bet it is, yeah.
But obviously they both
well, Osseo, too, when you think about it, Osseo's wrestling history goes way back. That's been a program that's been around for a very long time, had some state tournament teams back in the day, and remember names like the McConvilles and Ty Fredericks, and we're going way back to the early 90s now. But they've had times in their history where they've been one of the top programs in the state.
Look at our matchups for tonight as looks like, at least on paper, only one open weight to start the night. Osseo, it doesn't look like they'll have a 106-pounder. And obviously these lineups could and probably will change a little bit, but we've got some interesting spots. Unfortunately, both teams in the 152 range are usually really good, but John Lundstrom for Osseo is not here tonight, and also not wrestling tonight for Maple Grove. Then it's Ben Schultz, so we won't get to see that potential matchup, but we do obviously have some good ones along the way. You see a couple ranked guys in the Maple Grove lineup, and a couple in the Osseo's lineup, and then a couple more that had been earlier in the season ranked as well. So it's certainly could see some good matchups, or maybe a few lopsided ones too. But when you got one of those real studs, if there's a guy on the other side that maybe hasn't had quite the experience level, but that's all part of it too.
And you can kind of see too, it seems like Maple Grove's got some good wrestlers down below, and then of course at heavyweight, Osseo at 195 and 220. You have Aiden Wayne and Jake Meisner, two very good records this year, and obviously Meisner has been one of the top-ranked wrestlers in the state. We were talking about that too. You get those clusters of good wrestlers, and you can tell maybe they practice together, they make each other better, and that really bodes well, especially with Osseo in the upper weights too, at least at 195 and 220, where you can go on a run if you're down in the dual meet right there. Should also mention too, for Maple Grove, talking about the upper weights, Lewis Harrow, he's ranked number 7, I believe, in state, and I've watched him wrestle a few times this year. He just had a big win against St. Cloud, a pin earlier tonight, so he looks good. He's kind of the type of heavyweight too. When you watch him, he's able to kind of hang in there and weigh on his opponent quite a bit over the course of the match.
Captains and coaches going to meet with the referee here, and then we'll be about ready to jump into mat action here. And Interesting, obviously, two of these teams kind of work together. You know, it's a rivalry, yes, but at the same time, you know, they're probably cooperative with each other more than just about any programs, being so close together and with the, you know, kids in the area and all that too. So.
Well, they got to stick together when you got St. Michael Albertville in your section, right?
Yeah.
I think Osseo's in that section, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got both teams in it, so that's a tough section with Wayzata and St. Michael Albertville. So, you know, you kind of root for these teams. They're probably not going to knock those teams off in the section tournament team-wise, but maybe they can get a few guys into the state tournament individually. We don't have a name for this rivalry, do we? Like we had the Robbinsdale Rumble between Armstrong and Cooper.
They are going for the Drugamiller Cup.
Okay,
which is sitting on the table there now with the lights off. It's pretty hard to see that, but
yeah, they've had that for a while.
Trophy, yeah.
And that's, you know, that's another name from Osseo. We were talking about some other names earlier. Boy, that one, you can't forget that. Ken was the head coach for a long time, and
yeah, and it's named in his honor. Of course, he passed away far too young. He was a great friend of ours, and after he retired, he was filling the spot that John's filling tonight with did a lot of broadcasts with me, and just certainly one of my favorite people that I ever met along the way in this, and he was very well liked and very highly thought of, and that's the reason they compete for the Drugamiller Cup.
And I remember as a ninth grader going to the St. John's wrestling camp, and he was one of the instructors there. And even in a couple days, you learned a lot from him. And I know his one of his sons is a coach at Wayzata too, who's just a great guy. So that's a pretty historic wrestling family.
There's a look at Troy Seibert, the Crimson head coach, and he, as we were talking earlier off camera, he was one of the first state entrants that Maple Grove had as a wrestler himself after the school opened up. So really no clue whatsoever what we're waiting for now.
Well, I tell you what, one thing about both these programs, and with any program, is the feeder programs, the younger kids coming up. My son's been in the Maple Grove wrestling program, and I've been impressed with the coaches and how they relate to the youth in that program especially. It's the only one I can really speak to right now. But the way they get the kids interested, the way they play games with them when they're young like that, just trying to show them and introduce them to the sport and kind of keep them hanging in there. And some have success right away, and some it takes time. But I think that's the trick to building programs too, whether you're Maple Grove, Osseo, or whatever, is to kind of get the kids, even if they're young and they're losing, to get them to stick with it and realize there's something on the horizon for them if they just keep working hard. I also think, too, this time of the year, we don't have necessarily the full lineups for these teams, as you mentioned, with a couple guys out. And from the injury status, and what a weird year, too. We covered some of these other matches when we were in Armstrong and Cooper. Their numbers are down a little bit, I think, at both schools anyway. But then you throw COVID into the mix, and that's really wreaked havoc. Hopefully we're starting to see that go down a little bit here coming up. And it can't come soon enough, because I know here we are in early February, but really in a couple weeks, you got section tournament time, believe it or not. It's come up that fast.
And we're, in theory, quote unquote, back to normal. I think they must be having some trouble with the scoreboard, the way it looks. So they're working on that there and trying to get things dialed in, because it seemed as though all the lead up to the match had taken place, and I thought we were going to start, and then.
Well, who needs to keep score anyways, right? I'll tell you what, I ran one of those during the Maple Grove varsity tournament, must have been early December, a couple months ago already now, and pretty user-friendly. I'd never done it before, but I suppose just like anything else, you can have some tech issues, which is what we're going through right now.
The scoreboard at the one end seemingly was functioning, but it looks like they may be doing a reboot. So we'll take a quick time out, and we're going to hope they get this all sorted out, and we'll be back and hopefully getting our match underway here at Maple Grove, the Orioles and the Crimson.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You'll also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
And welcome back. We are about ready to go. Maple Grove winning by forfeit in the 106-pound match. So Alex Fox got his hand raised. So it's 6-0 Crimson. We go to 113, and it's Jamie Kulseth of Osseo getting a quick takedown on Ethan Hong of Maple Grove. Ethan entered the night 11 wins, and Jamie entered the night with 12. And Kulseth qualified for state prelims last year, and he'll get a quick near fall there to go up 5-zip early on here.
Yeah, nice little tilt there by Kulseth. 5-0 lead, and Hong trying to kind of come around and face him here, but they're going to go off the edge of the mat and get a restart. Kulseth, the freshman for Osseo, off to a fast 5-0 lead. For Hong, the 7th grader from Maple Grove.
Looks like he wants to work that tilt again.
And some guys that get that done, they're really effective with it. They may never pin anybody, but they're going to get a lot of points. Quick little tilts, quick little near fall points if they can get them. Long trying to work to his base. Kulseth maintaining control. He's going to cut him loose, make it 5-1 now. Freshman from Osseo still in an early commanding lead. Little head shot, in on a single. And gets his arm free, and that's 2. 7-1 now, Kulseth.
You see, poor 9th grader, pretty experienced looking wrestler. He came in with a plan and executed right away, and building a nice lead here.
And you look at his record, if that's right, 12-15 on the year. That's a losing record, but he doesn't look like a wrestler that would have a losing record. You know, the competition they could be wrestling too early in the season can be pretty tough. And you can kind of see Kulseth working for that hand control. He's got Hong broken down here. He's trying to kind of, I think, you know, like you mentioned, Jay, he went to that tilt early very effectively. There's an arm bar. He's going to kind of walk him over. Try to. He's got that one hand pin. He's going to get back points. That's a pin. 13 seconds left in the first period, and Jamie Kulseth of Osseo gets 6 points for his team.
And that's big since they had to forfeit the first match as well. So they get the maximum out of Kulseth with the pin over Hong.
He's got an arm bar or half, and he's got that other arm trapped between his legs, and kind of puts his weight on him, and that's a pin for the freshman.
Deontay Doss for Osseo against Connor Peterson, who's having a great year for the Crimson, 32-4 and ranked number 9.
Yeah, he got a quick takedown there. He's going to cut him loose, 2-1. And he uses kind of his hands are tapped that head, distract the wrestler, tries to shoot in on a double, but Doss, nice job of sprawling. And they'll go off, but 2-1. Peterson, the 8th grader, like you said, Jay, having a great year, 32-4 right now. A lot of matches in. Aggressive wrestler going in for a single here again. Nothing yet. He's got to finish it. Pop his head out here, he'll have 2, and there it is, 4-1. Ranked 9th in the state is Peterson. Kind of going for a little bit of a cobra. That's what we used to call it anyways. That can be a very quick pin and not a fun way to get pinned either. You can see he's got Doss in trouble. It's like a reverse banana splits a little bit. Don't know that he got any near fall on that.
Yeah, he did. He got 2.
He got 2. So I'll make it 6-1 now. He's trying to go for that crossface cradle. Peterson going from move to move here. Sign of a good wrestler. He can go to a variety of things near cradle. Close to having a pin there. He's going to probably pick up two more, it looks like. Makes it 8-1. Now he's got a cradle locked up. Let's see if we can turn Doss on this. And that might be, well, he's got him. I got to say, a nice job by Doss here trying to get his body leveraged out. He just keeps fighting.
Under 10 seconds. He's
got a real deep half here, though, again. So get 3 more.
Three more near fall. Didn't quite put him away, though. I agree, Doss. I mean, give him credit for just keep on battling there. He knew he was close to being pinned.
And even if he gets pinned, nice job of trying to fight that off. I mean, he was putting about 3 or 4 pinning combinations and was able to kind of fight it off every time. You can see right there, reverse half. It came close. Peterson going to start down here to start.
He'll get a reversal.
Yeah, start the second. Locked up on another near cradle. Now he's got to be, if he turns Doss again, he's got to pin him. Otherwise, it's just a tech fall. If he gets that 3 near fall anyway. Just doing the math. See that near cradle? He's got the head on the side. And you can hear the Maple Grove coaches kind of yelling that. If you're gonna turn him this time, you got to pin him. Right there, that's a nice deep half. Tough for Doss to fight this one off, but he's trying. Yeah, you got to watch his shoulder a little bit. It's a deep half.
And
yeah, potentially dangerous. That's a good call by the ref. That gets a little bit high.
So it's going to be 3 near fall, which makes it a tech fall here at 16-1. And those guys obviously know each other.
Good sportsmanship, yeah. Same age. Tech fall for Peterson, one of the better wrestlers in the Maple Grove lineup. A nice job by Deontay Doss, the 8th grader, trying to fight off that fall anyway. That makes it 11-6 now. Crimson up on their rivals.
Alex True for Osseo, Rufus Barty for Maple Grove. Both guys around the same record. Barty 6-13, True 4-10. So I think on paper this is, one that you
Flip
could
of the
see
coin.
going either way, yeah.
There's a shot by True. A shot with his head to the outside there, not able to finish. Barty playing good defense, sprawling on him.
Something we don't always get to see in a regular duel match is 2 officials too. So a lot of times they can, if your one guy's scrambling to the other side, he can get a little help from his partner too, which can usually make for a better officiated match, I think.
Absolutely. You see that in the section finals and the state tournament a lot, but rarely in a dual meet at this time of the year, but it is nice to have that.
And the fact that we had St. Cloud here also, so as a tri-meet, I guess probably led to them having that official. And I guess they maybe just said, okay, let's keep him around for this one as well.
Yep, there you go. Barty trying to come around here for 2. I think he's going to get it. He does. Took 1 minute and 6 seconds for that takedown to come into play and come to fruition, but he got it. True trying to peel those hands. He gets the escape. That'll make it 2-1. Barty. There's another shot by True, and it's a good one. Takedown for him. Now he takes the lead, 3-2.
Boy, and it looked like for a second he might be able to put Barty to his back too. So True leading at 3-2.
He's kind of going to a half, but he's in a little bit of trouble. He takes him back, kind of a side headlock here. He's going to get a couple near fall off that. Nice move. We'll make it 5-2. True. Osseo trying to get the Orioles back in the win column. And the first period comes to an end.
True is going to defer, and choosing down here will be Barty.
After giving up that initial takedown, it was escape, takedown, near fall for True. So Barty did a nice job getting to his feet. True brings him back down. And there's True trying to kind of work for a cradle. Maintaining control. See him trying to get that wrist and hand control on Barty. Barty trying to stand up. Tough to call either guy for stalling here. Not much is happening. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, he's, but they're both working. No points yet here. Barty trying to finish this reversal. He's close. True might want to abandon that because he put himself in a tough spot. There's the reversal for Barty, making it 5-4 now. Just a minute to go in the second. As you said, Jay, you know, pretty similar records and a so far pretty even match.
Yeah, I think we had a clear-cut favorite in the previous two matches with Peterson for Maple Grove and Kolseth for Osseo. But this one, yeah, we're getting everything as advertised there, and there's the escape.
And it makes it 6-4 now. A takedown for True here opens us up a little bit, but a takedown for Barty would tie it up. And Barty trying to come around. He's been kind of when they're on their feet, he's been in the sprawling position, it feels like, a little more in this match. Now True trying to come around. He's going to get two. Very close. He's got it. 8-4. That gives him a little more comfortable lead. You got 10 seconds. We'll see what happens here because you can hear the coaches yelling. You got just a little bit of time left in this period. Go hard.
Barty is pretty
trying to get some points,
and I think it's tough for True to ride him because he's got a good strong base and he's been able to, you know, kind of keep True from really throwing much on him when he's on top.
Yeah, and he's able to get an escape there right at the end. That should make it 8-5. And True has a choice. He's going to start down.
And Barty's going to have them start both up, so True will get the point there. I think they felt like we can't, you know, waste a lot of time trying to turn him here and maybe more comfortable from the feet. So make it 9-5.
Yeah, with that escape, and then, you know, Barty did get the first takedown in this match, so he's hoping to get another one, but that's not going to happen here. There's a takedown for True, and he's got Barty in trouble. Near cradle, trying to maintain that. He's got him. And from this angle, it's really hard to see, but it's like he doesn't quite have the near cradle lined up, but he's got Barty in trouble. That's going to be some back points at least. Probably close to a fall. Barty able to wiggle out of that, but gives up 3 near fall in the process. Should make it. Yeah, we're going to have that should be 4.
I believe what's on.
5.
Yeah, I believe what we've got on screen is right, though. They
14,
never.
you're right.
At the start of the period, they never awarded that.
I'm looking
escape.
at our score. Yeah, you're right. And right now, either way, a 13-5 or 14-5, that's a major decision for Osseo, which gives them an extra team point, unless Barty, in the final 45 seconds, is able to get some points here.
Now they did correct it on the board here. Yeah, and I mean, it could become big because now an escape would still leave it at a major. So it's good that they got that corrected before people were basing their strategy on that.
Yeah. We got a clasping call, and True's going to give up a point here because of that. Locked his hands in the not when they're on their feet necessarily. You can't lock your hands together. There's got to be a hand or a wrist in there when you're down on the mat. So he gives up a clasping point to Barty. Still has the major decision right now.
But again, he's had some trouble riding him here, and you can hear Maple Grove coaches telling Barty, we need at least 1 point here.
And he's doing a good job of keeping his base, getting to his feet. So that's a little bit of a roll. They're trying to sit out. Another clasp on True. I don't even know if he realizes it yet. There he does. So there goes the major right now. That'll make it 14-7. In a really good position to win this match, but instead of a major decision, he's looking at just a decision right now, unless he gets some points here in the final 12 seconds. Well, that side ride puts a half on. Seems like he's content to take that 7-point victory for the Orioles.
So True will win at 14-7.
Yeah, Bartini in trouble there a couple of times, and at one point had the major decision, but nonetheless gets a big win for the Orioles. Makes the team score 11-9 in favor of Maple Grove.
Jaden Waste for Maple Grove. We think it's Carter Williams for Osseo, but they decided they needed to play music over the top of the PA announcer. So if we're wrong, that's the reason.
Yeah, it didn't do us any good, did it? Wasty and Williams. Williams, freshman for Osseo, 9-13 on the season. And in the Kelly position here for Wasty anyway, and you see Williams kind of grabbing his head, leg, putting his head on the side, trying to kind of run him down. Wasty doing a good job of, for a while anyway, doing a good job of fending it off, but gives up the takedown here to Williams, 2-0. The Osseo freshman leads. Hand control, there's a half Nelson. If he gets off the side, you can see him moving quick. Wasty, nice job of detecting that he was in a little bit of trouble there for a second. There's that half again by Williams. He's trying to turn Wasty. He's got a nice deep half there, but he just can't get off to the side and get perpendicular. Wasty, nice job of fighting that off for the Crimson. 30 seconds to go here in the first. Williams, after that takedown, just kind of maintaining control here in the first period. Had a half on a couple times, not able to turn Wasty though. He's working that cradle. Crossface right now, trying to lock it up. And we're going to go into the second, 2-0. Carter Williams of Osseo leading Jaden Wasty of Maple Grove.
Williams will choose down after Jaden deferred there.
Now Wasty getting a chance to be in the up position here after spending most of the period in the down position. And a quick escape though for Williams. A little bit of an underhook here. Wasty is losing this match, but doing a good job really of playing defense in a couple different situations. Williams trying to come around for two. He's going to get it. That'll make it 5-0 in favor of Carter Williams. Goes right back to that cradle. He's gone from the cradle to the half, but so far not able to turn Wasty. You can hear the Maple Grove coaches yelling, "Build your base." They want Wasty to kind of get back to his base, but a little bit of a corkscrew here. He's got that crossface. They kind of turn it over. He's going to have Wasty in trouble. That'll be two near fall. Even though he's losing, Jay, that Wasty's done such a good job up to this point of fighting off some of these moves, but he's in trouble right here. You can see him bridging. Williams trying to, there it is, there's the pin. Big pin for Osseo right there. That gives them the team lead now. A credit to both wrestlers. Carter Williams had several opportunities there where it looked like he was going to turn Wasty, and Wasty did a nice job of fighting him off, but until the end here, Carter Williams finally got the turn, a little crossface action, and then just a little bit of a reverse half there, and he gets the pin for the Orioles.
Peter Hollingshead for Osseo and Thomas Schlangen for Maple Grove here. And Hollingshead qualified for state prelims last year, had 19 wins coming into tonight. And Schlangen not done bad either. He's at 12-10.
Yeah, he's a freshman there, Schlangen is, for Maple Grove. And he's going to have a takedown over the senior from Osseo early. That gives him a 2-0 lead. And they'll go off the edge of the mat. Osseo now with a 15-11 lead in the dual meet. But in this match, Thomas Schlangen, freshman from Maple Grove, 2-0 here over Peter Hollingshead, the senior from Osseo. Both wrestlers with winning records. Hollingshead trying to get to his feet, going to try and work an escape here, and he gets it, 2-1. Kind of working the edge of the mat are both the opponents here. Maple Grove wrestlers or coaches telling Schlangen, you got that first takedown, stay active. Don't let up after that first takedown. Holling said, there's a shot by Schlangen. Another good shot. See if he can finish again. Holling said, seemed to be the aggressor, but you get aggressive like that, Schlangen kind of sets him up for potentially a single, and he's got it 4-1 now. Two big takedowns for the freshman. Hollingshead has a nice, trying to keep Hollingshead down if he can, but the senior from Osseo just keeps getting back to his feet. Nice job by Schlangen hanging on to a guy who's got lots of energy here. And two takedowns, 4-1. He'll take that lead into the second period. And Hollingshead will start down. And again, once again, right to his feet. And he gets the escape 4-2. So now a takedown for him would tie this match, but he's been taken down twice already. Here he takes a shot, a little bit of a single. Another shot by Hollingshead. Schlangen's got to be careful he doesn't back up too much here. And they'll work back to the center. And the coaches will typically, all in these situations, circle, so you're not backing up too much. Kind of trying to change levels there. Hollingshead keeps trying to get kind of that side headlock, it looks like. He's trying to do something there to Schlangen, and there's a shot again.
And the stalling call. Schlangen was backing up.
Well, we got a potentially dangerous, probably a smart call by the ref. That was a deep double-leg takedown by Schlangen, or at least a shot. You can see that he got really, really high, kind of thrown him over the top of him there. They're going to call potentially dangerous if there's too much of a toss. That stalling call could be big here. We'll see what happens.
Another point there is Schlangen backing up.
Schlangen a couple really nice, actually 3 really nice shots in this match, but giving up 2 stalling calls to let Hollingshead back in it.
And sometimes you don't feel it that you're not circling enough. Yep. You know, he's Hollingshead's pushing on him too. But
yeah, and boy, he's good on his feet. He sets it up, I think, real nice. And that's a big takedown too, because he's going to have the choice in the third period here. So 6-4 now. The freshman from Maple Grove, big takedown at the end.
Yeah, and the momentum was kind of going away from him there. That was big for him to kind of bounce back a little bit after giving up not just 1 but 2
stalling calls is huge. And here's the thing too, like if you're Hollingshead, do you let him go? You've been taken down 3 times, but he's got stalling calls against him. You can be aggressive and keep shooting, and Schlangen's been warned now a couple times. So
yeah, I think he's going to maybe see for a little while, can I turn him? But if not, then you're probably right. It'd be time to cut him free. Yeah,
when you're only down by 2, you have a little bit of time to work with. And you could take the first 30, 45 seconds, even a minute, and see what the coaches have to say at that point if you're not able to turn him. And Schlangen sits out. He's got to keep trying to work to his feet, though. I'm a little nervous for him because he does have those stalling calls, and at the same time, Hollingsad's got to work. He's got to get it too. Seems like he's trying for that half.
Another stalling.
I don't know the last time I've seen 3 stalling calls in one match for a guy who's really actually pretty good on his feet.
And is winning.
But only by 1. If you take away those stalling calls, he's up 6-2. So he's got to move, though. He can't give up another one. It's an interesting decision by the Osseo coaches because they're just letting Hollingshead kind of ride him out here.
And I haven't really seen any indication that he's close to turning him either.
No, and I've been impressed with some of the calls by the official net because he's going to give him a stalemate. Let him start over here a little bit. And it's good for both wrestlers because Schlangen has a chance to get up and out, and Hollingshead has a chance to decide if he wants to cut him or try and turn him. Schlangen trying to go up and out, trying to get that escape, but he can't back up. He cannot afford to back up here. 7-5. Now Hollingshead, if he gets a takedown, is going to tie it. What a match. 7-7 now.
Trying to throw a little high again.
Yeah, he's a little high, though. Careful on that. Tries to cradle, gets high. It's escape. 15 seconds.
Schlangen back in front.
And he can't back up here. He can't back up. There's a shot by Hollingshead. We got 5 seconds left.
Oh,
if he gets his arm out.
Yes.
Oh, he gave it to him, huh?
Right at the buzzer. Hollingshead will get the 2.
What a great match. A little argument, I think, by the Maple Grove coaches because I think Schlangen still had that arm at the end, but right there, I don't know if he ever got it. And maybe it doesn't matter that his arm was still caught by Schlangen at that point, but.
And again, we do have 2 officials, so they did get together and check on that. Maple Grove protesting, but I think the call's been made. It is a 9-8 win and an 18-11 lead now for Osseo.
Well, you're happy for Peter Hollingshead because he kept battling in that match. You feel bad for Thomas Schlangen because 3 of those points in that match were stalling points. And he seemed to get his second win there in the 3rd period, which unfortunately for him, he just came up short. Great match overall, though. I don't know what happened there. Do you, Jay? You got 6 points for Maple Grove. It must have been a forfeit. Max Johnson.
We got a forfeit at 145. Maple Grove won by forfeit.
That was Max Johnson, I believe.
And then so for Maple Grove now, it's Noah Fox here at 152, and I did not catch who this is for Osseo. Again, they got the music blasting over the top of the PA announcer, which is not terribly helpful.
Well, we think this might be John Rengel from Osseo, potentially, right?
Maybe. Who would know?
Whoever the Osseo wrestler is, they've got a quick 2-0 lead. Noah Fox, a freshman from Maple Grove. And trying to peel the hands. And they go off the edge of the mat. and up, trying to get, you can hear the Maple Grove coaches, his teammates yelling up and out, up and out. Trying to peel those hands. Osseo wrestler trying to maintain control here, hand control, the half Nelson.
So this is Kenrick Kish for Osseo against Noah Fox of Maple Grove.
Kish is a senior. I'm glad we got that straightened out. He's 8-14 on the year for Osseo.
So they chose to forfeit to Johnson at 145, knowing they weren't going to be able to beat him anyway. And we'll bump Kish to 152.
And Max Johnson getting that forfeit. He's 26-5 on the year, having a good year as a junior for the Crimson. But his forfeit gives them 6 more team points. So right now, what a battle. 18-17, Osseo leading in the team score and leading in this match. Kenrick Kish. 2-0 over Noah Fox, freshman from Maple Grove. And that's the way it's going to be as the first period comes to an end. And it looks like Kish is going to defer, so Fox will take down. Just where he spent most of the first period after giving up a takedown early on. But still just 2-0. Fox trying to get to his feet. A long wrestler here. He's long and lean. See him trying to stand up. Kish keeps bringing him back down to the mat. See Kish maintaining that hand control, trying to work that right arm of Fox. Putting his weight on him. He's going to try and put that arm behind his back and lock up, kind of, we used to call it a country boy. He'd reach through the other, almost like an underhook, and lock it up as a half and turn him over. But there's a variety of things you can do in that position, but they're going to go off the edge of the mat. So a moot point now. They'll restart him here with 1:05 left in the second. Fox, kind of a tall wrestler, keeps trying to get to his feet. You can see he's got that leverage. Kish just hanging on to him. Fox trying desperately to peel those hands, stand up, get his hips out, and they go off the edge of the mat. Kish working that left arm, just trying to kind of, not a lot of action other than when we see this.
You know, I was almost thinking it was going to be hard to call stalling either because they're kind of both not doing much.
Yeah, and the third time's a charm here in this period for Fox. He finally gets that escape. That makes it 2-1. Next takedown's a big one. Open things up a little bit for Kish, or it can give Fox the lead.
Got to believe both coaches at the end of the period, the first thing to say, we need more action out of you. I mean, even if you know something isn't feeling quite right, you just gotta be busier.
There's a shot by Kish, and he's going to run out of time though. A nice single leg, just not able to finish. And I'm guessing that Kish will take down here to start the third period. I believe it's his choice. And that's what he does. So Fox hanging on to him. You see how intense the coaches get on the side there, especially as the dual meet wears on. I'm sure they're like that for every wrestler, but you look at the scoreboard and it's close, which makes it fun. Fox hanging on here. He's kind of got that leg trapped of Kish. Kind of feels like he wants to cradle him up with those long arms, but so far nothing doing. You can see Kish hanging on to that left arm of Fox. Not giving him a lot. And this is what, when tall wrestlers like that, you get a stalling warning on Kish. They wrap that leg up. They're good at crossbody rides, guillotines, moves like that. But Kish still doing a good job of hanging on, but doesn't want to get himself in trouble here. Kish trying desperately to get away. He was warned for stalling. Fox still trying to hang on to a minute to go in the third. Another close one between these rivals. And again, Kish trying to get to his feet. And again, Fox so far hanging on. You can see him peel those hands, and there's the escape.
So Kish will go up 3-1. Now the match really begins here with 40 seconds to go.
Takedown's going to tie this, or a takedown for Kish could just about end it. But both wrestlers took a good minute to get their respective escapes in the second and third periods here. And there's a nice deep double. He's probably going to finish that. That's 2. Nice deep double leg. And that, now at this point, if you're Kish and you're Osseo, you're just kind of, this is what you want. You want to keep Fox flat. You want to see that clock tick down and come away with a decision here.
And it looks like Kish is going to be able to ride him out here and get the victory for Osseo. So you'd have to say their strategy paid off. They forfeit at 45, but then get the win out of Kish at 152.
It gives them a 21-17 lead in the dual meet. Some great matches, though, tonight. This couple have come down to the wire.
Devin Williams against Nick Wentland now at 160. See, the Orioles have a 4-point lead on the team board after that decision by Kish. Williams has 3 varsity wins this year. Wentland came into the night with 3 as well, though he did get a pin against St. Cloud.
2 juniors here for both schools. Now we're kind of getting to that point, too. You look at the rest of the way, and Osseo's got a couple really good guys up at 195 and 220, but Maple Grove's heavyweight ranked pretty high in state, too. So
yeah, we're going to have some, if the matches stay as is, some pretty clear-cut favorites in those last 3 that, you know, you got to figure Maple Grove is likely to win at heavy. Got to figure Osseo's quite likely to win in the 2 before that.
Which really makes these next 3 matches a big deal, 160 and 170 and 182. So both teams, however you get the wins here, you're just trying to get a win. Decision, major decision. You'll take a pin if you can get it, tech fall, but the dual meet's still close enough where nothing's going to be decided and until the end, but these next 3 matches specifically are big. And so far in this one, no score. Wrestlers kind of trying to feel each other out here a little bit as far as head position and kind of locked up, tied up there in the middle. Nobody really taking a shot either. There's kind of a reach by Williams. Now he's trying to spin around on Wentland. Keeps going, sees a chance to do that. He just grabs his arm, hooks his leg behind him. That'll be 2. The junior from Osseo, but a half Nelson. "20 seconds to go in the first. Wentland trying to get an escape here, or even more. And he should get 1 at least. There it is, 2-1. Nice escape at the end for Nick Wentland from Maple Grove.
Yeah, it's low scoring again, but unlike the last one, it isn't because there wasn't a lot of activity.
Right. See how that escape with just a few seconds left comes into play as the match goes on. Williams starts down, tries to get to his feet. Wentland's going to take him right. Oh, nice move by Williams. And now he's got Wentland in big trouble. That's a pin. At the very least, it was a 5-point move. But, boy, nice job just hanging in there by Williams.
So Devin Williams coming up with the pin, ending it in a hurry. And you think he was excited a little bit there?
He is, yeah. And that was a big pin for Osseo at that point in the dual meet. Beautiful move, too. I mean, he kind of finishes him off with a half Nelson, but a little bit of a scramble, and he comes out on top. You can see the Osseo coach is very excited about that one. They know, too, that's a big match right there. It's middleweights.
Go to 170, Vincent Tolino for Osseo, Julian Stevens for Maple Grove. Tolino, a senior, qualified for state prelims last year, has 18 wins this year. Stevens has 6, so Osseo presumably on paper kind of the favorite in this one, but we'll see.
Yeah, and just about a quick takedown here for Tolino. Yeah, Osseo knows they win these matches here with some of their big horses coming up, Maiden Wayne and Jake Meisner. They're thinking pins in those matches, and
Tolino did not quite get a takedown.
I think he thought maybe he had it, but he did not.
Stevens, you could tell he has plenty of energy early on there. He wasn't going to give that up easily.
He was not. No, that was he did a nice job of fighting that off, and a whistle was never even blown. They just kind of worked their way back to the center, kept the clock ticking. There's a shot by Stevens. Not a good one, though. He took that from a long ways away, and you see if Tolino takes the advantage. He's got his feet in bounds, trying to lock up a near cradle, maybe get a takedown. You can pull him back on the mat like that, no problem, and you get 2. That will be 2. Still keeping his feet in bounds. Smart wrestlers like that, like Tolino, too, and sometimes your opponent, once you take him down, they think it's over. They're off the mat, but you keep your feet in bounds, you can throw in a quick half or do something to them, and ref will give you a chance to turn them.
I think it didn't hurt, too, that they're over near Osseo's bench, so they're telling me, you drag him back on, you got 2.
Yeah, smart wrestling there, gets the takedown. Oh, nice escape by Stevens. That was textbook. Right to his feet, peels the hands, gets his hips out. But close to giving up a takedown.
Trying to control that ankle, but Tolino gets the 2.
Nice takedown by Tolino. Nice 4-1 lead.
Looking for a half, but under 10 seconds to go now in the period. It's got to be now or never.
Probably not going to happen here, but 2 takedowns for him in the first period. We'll see what the choice is.
Tolino's going to defer. Stevens will choose down.
And Tolino's going to ride him. He's not going to cut him loose. He has 2 takedowns in this match. Probably wants to see if he can turn Stevens. Stevens, who had a nice escape in the first period. There's a chin drop. Chin drop, he's in, and he's going to, well, that was close. And he goes to a near cradle. Now, we saw him trying to put Stevens in that in the very edge of the mat in the first period. Here he's got it locked up pretty tight if he can kind of walk that leg over his head. See right there. He'll walk that leg over his head if he can. He's got it. Stevens doing all he can to fight that off, but that's a tough move if you get caught it. Boy, he does it, though. Breaks the hold, no back points. Stevens again, but he's quick. It's another escape.
Yeah, he's had good effort in this match. I mean, I definitely thought he was going to go to his back there and just keeps fighting hard.
Yeah, not a great shot there, though. Tolino rather able to kind of sprawl and just come around, gets another takedown. His 3rd of the match now. He should lead 6-2. Not able to turn Stevens as of yet, but 3 nice takedowns for Tolino.
I think he saw something he liked, even though he didn't get it on that last try to turn him to his back, and he might be coming back to that.
Stevens is quick, but when you get in this position, your quickness doesn't do you any good. He's got to work to his base there, and Toledo kind of maintaining hand control and hip control here. Probably relatively content with taking that 6-2 lead into the third period. He's got a little arm bar here, but no points here as the second period comes to an end.
It's the type of period that can wear a guy down. I think Toledo was conscious of that too. Is like, yes, I want to get the turn, but I'm going to make sure that I'm physical with him and make him use a lot of energy on the bottom too.
Yeah, this is the first time we've seen Stevens in the up position in this match. Let's see what he does. Trying to grab that wrist of Toledo. Maintain his own hand control if he can. There's a crossface. He gets a little bit high to Stevens, and Toledo's going to come out the back door and get a reversal, making it 8-2. 2 points away from a major decision for Osseo. Kind of wonder if there's a part of him with the takedowns he's had in this match, 3 of them, if he wants to cut Stevens loose and try and take him down twice in the last minute. He keeps trying to turn him or work for some kind of pinning combination. There's a crossface. Yeah, there's a stalemate there called by the ref.
I think we were just hearing Osseo's bench saying cut him right as that whistle was blowing. So see if he is going to.
He's going to do that. So that'll be 8-3 now. He wants to start on their feet. So takedown here 10-3. If he cuts him 10-4, and then another takedown 12-4. There's your major, but he's got 40 seconds to pull all that off. And at this point in the match, you're pretty tired too. But we'll see if he gets a second wind. Stevens kind of just grabbing at him a little bit, though. Gets himself in bad position. It's 2. I'll cut him loose right away here. 10-4 now. And you're going to have 16 seconds for Toledo to get one more takedown to make this a major. Sometimes you can be the hero if you're somebody like Stevens and not give up that major in the last 10 seconds. Toledo, though, gets his head out. He's going to have it. He's got it. 12-3.
12-4, I believe it should be. Again,
you're right. That is 12-4. That should have been a point there. Yeah, but that nonetheless, Toledo gets those 2 takedowns in the final 30 seconds and gets Osseo the major decision. And now they're sitting pretty good in this dual meet. An impressive win there for the senior from Osseo, Vincent Toledo. Puts him at 19-15 on the year individually.
Charles Langama is going to slot in for Maple Grove here at 182, and Matthew Grassi for Osseo.
Grassi 2-3 on the year, the junior from Osseo. Gama, the freshman from Maple Grove.
Grassi's done most of his work on JV this year, where he's had a lot of success with 20 wins there.
Oh, boy, had a nice deep double leg. Boy, a wizard there by Grassi playing defense. They'll go off, not just out of bounds, but way off the mat. And up on the gym floor, they'll get a restart. Nice double. He's in deep on a double, but Grassi playing good defense, throws on that wizard. And prevents a takedown. Osseo dual meet wise sitting pretty right now. They got two studs coming up here at 195 and 220, but Maple Grove trying to kind of just get back in the win column if they can. So they stay on the mat there. Now Grassi tries a shot. Gama had a nice deep shot. That first one he took, and he tries another one. They go off the edge of the mat. So he's got a double leg takedown in mind. He keeps kind of choreographing that a little bit. And Grassi tries a shot, kind of reaching at Langama. And once again, they'll start back in the center. Shot by Grassi to no avail. Trying to shoot a double leg of his own. 30 seconds, just under 30 seconds here in the first.
Don't let him run away from you. Close the gap. Heavy. Shot here, Grassi.
Both guys trying to set up, but they're just not getting to the right range to be able to take a good shot there.
They get a warning for an untied shoe, I think.
Yeah, against Langama.
They consider that stalling. And
One warning apiece, guys. Here we go. Feet. 8 seconds.
you know, the one thing I've noticed too in this match is both wrestlers, they're most comfortable. Their shot of choice, it seems like for both, is the double leg takedown, and got the makings of another close match between these rivals. No score after one.
Langama is going to choose down, I believe, here.
Hey, movement. Find the first move. Forward press. Confident.
Trying to stand up is Langama.
Hips up. Hips on top. Good half here.
Grassi looking for a half, but kind of not really getting after it.
Yeah, just kind of maintaining control right now. Not sure really what kind of pinning combination he has in mind. And Langama maintaining his base, trying to get to his feet. Grassi's not in a good position here. Trying to bring him back down the mat. Able to do it. And kind of gets him flattened out, but there's a half. For Grassi trying to work that. Much harder to pull a half Nelson off, though, when the guy's on his base still. And Langama works to his feet, gets the escape. First point of the match. And it goes to the freshman from Maple Grove. Another double leg shot by Grassi. We haven't seen either wrestler complete one of these yet. Kind of switches to a single, back to a double. He's going to get two. Pays off finally.
Hey, he stuck with it. Originally, I didn't think that was necessarily that good of a shot, but it worked out.
And he's you got to be careful there. They go off the edge of the mat. At that double leg, his head is kind of in the middle. Trying to teach you to put that to the outside and use that as leverage, but pays off nonetheless for Matthew Grassi, the junior from Osseo. 2-1 now he leads, gives up the escape, but gets a takedown back, trying to kind of work what looked like a cradle there for a second. 20 seconds to go in the second. Gama once again, he got one escape earlier in this period, trying for a second. Grassi trying to hang on, but he's going to give up the escape. That'll be a tie match, and there's a shot by Langama, and he's going to finish.
Going to run out of time to turn him to his back, but a big move at the end of the period. Not just the escape, he wasn't satisfied. He took a quick, hard shot, and to be honest, I think Grassi relaxed a little bit there and was caught off guard by that quick shot.
Yeah, well, a nice job by the freshman. That's 3 points in the last 10 seconds there at the end of the second, and he throws in the half there. He's in a good position to get some back points, turn him, but ran out of time.
Yeah, we saw a good look on the replay. Grassi, what happened is he got caught looking up at the clock.
He did.
And didn't realize Langama was shooting at him.
And over the course of the winter doing dual meets, you see that happen 3 or 4 times. It probably drives the coaches nuts, but it happens. Escape, though, for Grassi. He's still in this thing, only down by 1. A takedown here will give him the lead.
I think the fact that they're both probably getting tired, it was big for him to get that escape very early and not be fighting for most of the period. Now he's got time, or they both have time.
Now you can see Langama backing up a little bit here now, trying to play maybe a little too much defense. He's got to be careful of that. He's got the lead, and he knows it, but there's sprawl there. Grassi's got that single. He's in position now. Drops and grabs the other leg. He's going to have a takedown. See the Osseo coaches in the corner there. They're excited. A little bit of a win streak here in the dual meet right now. And Grassi now in position with a minute to go in the third. 5-4 lead. Couple lead changes in this one. You can kind of tell that the energy level, even this time of the year where your conditioning still is probably as good as it's going to be, you still get tired in that third period when you got a close match like this. Oh, Langama with the escape, in on the takedown. I don't know if he got the escape, but he got the reversal, I think is what they gave him.
So he'll go in front now, 6-5.
And you saw the coaches from Maple Grove pointing down. They want Langama to try and ride out Grassi here the final 30 seconds. Boy, another great match. Grassi's got to be up and out right away. He's tired. I think both guys
they
are.
Both are, yes.
Langama, there's no quitting him, though. After that second period, those 3 points were huge. He got escaping a takedown. He wants to ride out Grassi. He's got him flattened out. 20 seconds to go, but he's got to probably work for something here, though. He could get there's a half. Grassi just not moving here in the last 10 seconds. He's got 10 seconds. He's got to get up and out. See if he gets the escape with 5 seconds to go. And he's not going to get it. So Maple Grove with a big win.
Langama hangs on for the 6-5 W.
Nice job by the freshman. He just hung in there, and both wrestlers back and forth, but Langama able to come out on top of that one. No quit there. Maple Grove stops an Osseo win streak there in matches. Yeah, good match. Another good match tonight. Boy, it's been fun to watch this dual meet.
Bevayo Kamara for Osseo here at 195, and Andrew Toms for Maple Grove.
Tom's a senior captain for the Crimson. Kamara, a junior for Osseo.
So they're maybe going to bump Wayne to 220 and send Meisner out against Haro at heavyweight, perhaps, or maybe they'll just skip over one of those guys too. You never know.
Well, depending on what happens here, I suppose in this match, they might be able to give one of them a night off. But
Kamara, first-year guy, but has done okay at 5-5. And Tom's 6 wins on the year.
Could be another good match here. We run a nice run of those in this dual meet too. That's for sure. Nobody really taking a shot or anything yet. Kind of tying up in the middle, right in the middle of the mat here. Who's going to shoot first?
Pull those ties and move. Action, guys.
I want to see the guys change levels here or something. Maybe take a shot. You can see that. I mean, the way they're standing upright like that, the legs are open.
Work those snaps. Get in there and work those snaps.
And you hear the coaches tell them work those snaps, snap down, and there's other things to do.
Heavy on the head.
And I'd like to say that was an action-packed first period, Jay, but it was probably the opposite. But no score nonetheless.
Yeah, I think both guys being a little cautious too. And it's not, obviously, when we get up into the upper weights, it's not unusual to see where there's a lot of upper body and then maybe not a lot of actual shots going on. More throws and heavy on the head type thing. Quick escape there, though.
Yeah, we escape about 5 seconds into the second period. Our first point of the match here. Kamara acting like he wants to take a shot. He does, kind of goes after a single, double. Tom's kind of pushing him back, sprawling on him. And Kamara yanking on that right leg of Tom's, not letting go, trying to do something with it. It's hard, though. Tom's doing a nice job of pushing on his head. You can see that kind of like a quarter Nelson he's got, though. And Kamara, and if you squeeze that enough and turn your body into it like that, you can flatten the guy out. Sometimes you can put him right on his back in that position if you squeeze it hard enough, but that works too for points. He's got a takedown now, and he's got a half on Kamara. That'll be back points even though they're on the edge of the mat if he can break that plane. Chest to chest. Ooh, chest to Kamara. Kamara probably saved a little bit there by the out of bounds line because he was in trouble. Yeah, Tom's leading though now 2-1. Almost got some back points. Kamara up. Got an escape right away to start this period. Gets another one in the span of a couple seconds to tie the match. Guys kind of trying to get inside position here. They're not really sure what they seem like they want to do. Kamara maybe setting up, trying for maybe a throw there for a second. Right now, I would have to say the way this match is turning out, Tom's is going to have his choice in the third period, and I imagine he'll pick down, and he would be an advantage because it's just been so low scoring and not a lot of activities. So yeah, he's going to take down. So an escape period would just give him a 3-2 lead if he can get up and out.
Yeah, and Kamara wants to go from the feet. So
yeah, he gives up the escape, makes it 3-2 for Tom's. Tom's with the only takedown in this match. Both guys pretty content with kind of tying up in the middle. Every once in a while, I see kind of Kamara try and reach, almost like he wants to go upper body like that. Like he's almost setting up for a headlock or a throw of some kind, but it never really materializes. And there he goes in on a double. Boy, uses his power, just drives Toms to the mat. Big takedown for Kamara.
a lot of time left. We'll see if he'll look to turn him here. It's a long time to ride, but see what he can do. Hasn't really been in this spot anywhere in the match prior.
He's kind of trying to work for a cradle here, it looks like. He's got that crossface on Tom's. It's a little bit too far out in front of him. You can see Tom's reaching for that leg. And he stands up, and we got ourselves a ball game here, 4-4 with 40 seconds left. And this is the time of the match where you're going to say next takedown probably wins this thing. They kind of go back to what we saw early on in that first period where there's no scoring. They're just kind of tied up. There's another shot by Kamara. He had a great double leg last time. Gets in deep. Oh, boy. Yeah, they kind of bonk heads. That's a takedown, but I think Kamara got him right in the – I hope he's all right. That was –
yeah, Kamara kind of turned his back.
Yeah,
and
he
then
kind of let up like he was –
Tom's came charging at him, and it looked like they hit heads.
Yeah, it wasn't intentional at all. It just was Tom's took felt Kamara let his guard down, and right there he kind of wasn't ready. I don't know if they hit heads, but it felt like something got smacked. Glad he's okay. Quick escape, 10 seconds, 6-5. Kamara's got to shoot. Strong kid. He's trying to get that double leg. Toms can't back up too much, and he's doing just a good enough job. He's going to win this match.
And Toms will hang on to pull out a 6-5 win, the second in a row by that score for Maple Grove.
Another good match, though. Another good match. Two even wrestlers right there. Could have gone either way in that one. Yeah, that was a fun one to watch, too. We've had a nice series, nice run of matches here. And some impressive wins and some odd wins.
So we go to 220. Aiden Wayne for Osseo and Aiden Gunville for Maple Grove, a sophomore. Wayne bumping up. He's a very good one, ranked actually at 182 now, but he's wrestling at 220 here tonight. See the 31-23 score, but Osseo's probably their best two wrestlers, or two of their best three anyway, coming up at the end here, we assume.
Oh, Wayne with a real low single there. Just kind of picks at the ankle, gets the takedown, he's gonna wrap up the cradle. Long and lean is Wayne.
25-5 coming into the night, and all of his losses have been to ranked wrestlers as well.
Wow, I didn't know that. I almost had a cradle. Giving up a little weight here probably to go up to 220. Maybe that's what the coaches wanted, give him a little more of a competition. He might get a pin right on the edge of the mat though, right here. Yeah, he's got it. Wraps up the cradle. 51-second pin for Aiden Wayne, the senior captain for Osseo. And that was an interesting situation here. One of Maple Grove's best wrestlers is their heavyweight, Luis Haro, who's ranked 7th in the state, and you wonder.
So we will get to see the matchup here with Meisner and Luis Haro. So Haro, a legit heavyweight and ranked at that weight, and Meisner, defending state champ at 220, is ranked #1 at that weight. So obviously giving up a little weight, but Meisner is certainly one of the best wrestlers in our area, and I think by virtue of being a state champ, you'd have to say one of the best in the state.
Yeah, he's getting a quick takedown here, and he's wrestling a top-ranked wrestler. Haro, like we established, 7th, 25-5, senior captain. He's #7 in the state heavyweight. So I like this. I like that Osseo decided to do this, and it'll be a good competition for both wrestlers. And Meisner's going to have him on quickness. Boy, Meisner's a strong kid, though, isn't he? Ooh, he's going to get 2 there. And he's giving up a lot of weight, but he just muscled him over there for a takedown. He's neutral again. So it should be 4-2. He's going to give up that escape right there.
Meisner does have 2 losses this year, but both to kids who are ranked, or to the #1 ranked guy at 195, who is a pretty fair wrestler in his own right. So obviously Max McAnally of Laconia.
Yeah, it's another program that has come on for sure. Another takedown. Meisner's going to have the quickness in this match, but he's in a little bit of a weird position here. He's going to get his head to the outside. He does. He's going to get 2 more. And he's got Haro in trouble. He might pin him. He got it.
So
53-second pin for Meisner. And that's a good wrestler he just pinned and giving up some weight. So
exclamation point for Osseo to pull away with Wayne and Meisner getting the pins to end the match, and they'll end up winning it by a 20-point margin here, 43-23.
Some great individual matches, though, for both teams tonight. It was fun to watch some of these. It was some good wrestling tonight.
Yeah, we had a couple of nice wins at 82 and 95 for Maple Grove, both by 1 point. Kind of get it close. I mean, obviously they kind of knew that Osseo had their heavy-duty strength at the end there, but yeah, some good victories along the way. We saw some good matches along the way, and As we said, it's been a good series overall. That win makes it 10-9 Maple Grove as they run over, or as Osseo runs over to grab the Drug Miller Cup trophy.
Yeah, that's
so they will keep it. They had it last year as well. They've the rivalry's kind of swung back and forth. Early on, it was all Osseo, then it was Maple Grove, and now lately again Osseo, and obviously they get the W for this year.
Yeah, great individual matches there, right in the middle weight classes, especially and a lot of fun to watch. It's kind of nice to see both teams have their successes tonight, and Osseo just the victor when it comes down to the dual meet final.
Best of luck to these teams in sections, which, as John said earlier, not too far off now. They'll both be competing in Section 5-3A. It is Osseo defeating Maple Grove 43-23. For John Lauritsen and all of our crew, I'm Jay Wilcox. Good night from Maple Grove High School.